Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how you can make your own gift bags. I've used scrapbook paper here, just single-sided scrapbook paper taken from a 12 by 12 stack. This is all K & Company, but you could use anything. Lightweight card would do. I wouldn't use heavyweight card because when you come to fold these sides you've got quite a bit of bulk, so you might struggle. But you know, depending on what you're putting in these, they are quite sturdy. Now I've not put any fastenings or anything on these because they're all my prototypes. I've not decided what size bag I actually want yet. But there's various ways of fastening them. You could just punch a hole through the top and just put a ribbon through and tie it. You could put 2 holes through, thread it through from the back and tie it in a bow on the front, 2 holes, and put a handle on this side and this side. On the bigger one you could fold it over, clip it, or just fold it over and crease it. There's all sorts of options. And the beauty of all these bags is that they all fold flat, so you could make them ahead of time if they were party favour bags, which is why I'm making these, because I'm going to need some party bags in a few weeks. So basically, you know, they all fold, you just push in the sides and they all fold completely flat. You can make them ahead of time and store them. If you've not got any scrapbook paper, this one is just copy paper. Again, all as I did with this, I just stamped it with some rubber stamps, and this is just plain A4 copy paper, which actually is quite a good size. Now, I'm going to show you how you can make them. I'm going to show you how to make the one that was made from 12 by 12. So you need a piece of 12 by 12 paper. As I say, this is K & Company. It's single-sided scrapbook paper. If it's got a direction on it, you need to make sure that the direction is running like top to bottom. So if you can see, these are flowers and this is the top of the flower. So it needs to be here. Your top is here and your bottom is here. So if you've got writing, you need to be able to read it coming across this way, okay? I'm going to flip it over and score it from the reverse side. So on this, we're going to score at 2.5 and 11.5. Put my glasses on so I can see. So 2.5. Don't score too hard, but you need to score enough so that you can see where your folds are when you're coming to fold them. So I'll just go over this again. So this is the top, this is the bottom, and you've scored at 2.5 and 11.5. And that's all the scoring that there is to do. You don't need a scoreboard, but it's a lot easier if you've got one. So now you're going to tease over where you've scored, and you're going to fold and burnish. And if you just press it like this to get the score line initially, hopefully it will make it easier when you come to burnish it, and you'll get a nice even fold. Turn it round again, just tease it so you can find that fold mark. Because obviously with it being paper, you don't want to score too hard, as I say, because you don't want to go right through your paper. But you need to score hard enough that you can find your fold. You need some glue, a glue stick, a glue runner, anything like that would do. Sticky tape, even wet glue, but for speed I'm just going to use, just got some scrap here, I'm going to use a runner. Just going to run some glue along this fold, or I should say this flap. Make sure if you've got any glue going over the edge, you push it back, and then just stick this down. Okay, now you need to find the center point of this piece of paper. So the easiest way to do it, fold it in half, line up, and just press at the top here. You're not creasing all the way down, you just want to press just at the top to give you a centre mark. Then you're going to fold in the side to that mark you've just made, which you probably can't see on the camera, but it is there. So you're going to fold that side in, square up your top and bottom, and then fold. Okay, then you're going to bring this side over and you're going to overlap by about 1/2 inch, because again you're going to run some glue down here, so you need to give yourself enough overlap here for the width of your sticky here, if that makes sense. So, you know, this isn't vital, but give yourself at least 1/2 inch. I wouldn't do anything less. And again, fold and burnish. And you need to burnish all your fold marks really well, because that's what gives you the professional finish at the end. So I'm just going to come back to my scrap and run some glue along here. And I know that my glue runner is going to be fine, because I've given myself at least 1/2 inch here, and this is less than 1/2 inch. Move that out of the way. Can you see? There you go. So I'm going to fold this back over, stick it down, just reinforce. And I'm going to turn it round. So this is the top and this is the bottom where you scored at 2.5. So just fold that back up again and again burnish. This bag is really easy to do, but it's all about burnishing your folds. Open this up and you're going to push the sides in, and these sides that you've scored here need to come in to the middle of the bag here. So if you do one at a time, you might have to put your finger in to get the point. So you're going to bring in what was the side to the middle here and press, and do that on both sides. And sometimes I find it easier to stick my bone folder in so that I get a nice crisp corner here. You can see this was the side of the bag, and I'm bringing it down so it meets this bottom here. Fold, make sure you've got it right first, and then give it a good burnish. So that's what you're left with now. What you're going to do now is fold up either the top or the bottom. It doesn't make any difference which way you do it. I usually start with the bottom. You're going to bring this bottom edge up, but you're going to overlap this fold here, which will become the bottom of your bag, by again about 1/2 inch. So you can see where your fold is there. If you kind of put your finger about 1/2 inch above and bring this up to it, and you want it nice and square, again burnish. And then there's the fold, so I'm going to put my finger there so I know that's the fold, and I want this one to come over, and again you want it to be by about 1/2 inch. But the easiest way to do this is if you turn your bag round and bring this over, and I'll show you what I mean. You don't want to do it like this, because you want a kind of square shape here. You want it even. It creates like a diamond. I'm not sure if you can see this here, but this is longer here than there. So that's not right. So you need to tease your paper over and bring it over until when you press it down, you've got virtually a square. And then press. Now just do that a little bit more, because it's not quite even, I don't think. There you go, and give it a good press. So what you've got, if I show you, you've got more or less a square in the top and the bottom, and that's what you want. So open this back up. You're going to put glue along here and just along the bottom, not on this white section here, because that's the base of your bag. You don't want glue on there, else it'll all be stuck together. So get, again, glue stick, glue runner, anything, just along here, just on where the pattern is basically. Not sure if my glue runner's running out now. and then along here. On this bit here, you will have to go across the white section, but that's going to fold over there. So, okay, so the one that's got the glue on the bottom you do last. So bring this one in and press, and bring this one up and press, and just give it a really good burnish down. And don't need the glue anymore, so I'm going to put that out of the way. So that now is the basis of your bag. You've just got 2 more steps to do and then you're finished. And all this has been done with the fold side facing up. So this is the front of the bag that's facing down. So what you're going to do now, you're going to bring these corners in each way. But the easiest way I find to do it is hold it at the bottom and just kind of tease it with your fingers. Run your fingers along so you're kind of telling the paper that you want it to start bending. You're going to bring this corner in, and this edge is going to line up with this edge, and this corner is going to come into this point here. So you fold it in, and then you just fold along. And again, a really good burnish. So if I hold that up, see this edge meets this edge, and this point comes into here. So you're folding that in like that. And then you're going to do the same on the other side. So again, give it a bit of a tease so you know you're telling it it's going to be bending. Bring this up. And give it a good burnish. Okay, and then open it up. Put your hand inside the bag. Push out your bottom so it's nice and flat. Just give it a press. Now what you're going to do, this fold that's sticking up needs to go in. But the easiest way to do it is if you tease or press on your folds here and here to encourage them to come out. That will then pop in. Like so, and then come over here. So effectively you've got three crease lines here. You've got 1, 2 and 3. The middle one's going to go in and the other 2 are going to come up. So if you just score them with your finger, it will encourage the other one to be able to be pushed in. And you don't want to push it in all the way down. You just want to go kind of for about an inch and a half from the bottom and press. And then this will then fold flat. Again, burnish, and that's your bag. And it, as I say, will fold flat. You can make as many of these as you want. When you come to need it, just put your hand in. And the reason we did the 1/2 inch is so that you've got a nice clean edge there rather than just a thin paper edge which can rip. Just gives it a little bit more reinforcement. If you were going to punch holes in this and put handles in it, you could even, instead of on this one, instead of scoring at 11.5, you could score at 11, which would give you more fold in, which would, you know, give you a bit more stability for your handles. And then say you can just fold over, or you could clip, anything you want really. Just easy, quick bags. Once you've made one, they're just so easy to whip up. And as I say, that was made from a 12 by 12. If you want a wider bag, you could stick 2 pieces of paper together, 2 pieces of 12 by 12 together, and glue them well so that you've got a good glue on your join. And then you'd probably, or I should say front and back if you do that. But this way, the join's on the back, you can barely see it. and you've just got a great gift bag. So there, all the different ones. That one was just made from a piece of 6 by 12, and on that one I scored at 1 inch and 5.5, and that just gives you a little slim bag. And then there's the one I did from copy paper. So I hope you found that helpful. Please like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.